Kairi Nasai Minasan. Today we're gonna talk about Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger episode 3 before watching the third episode itself. So let us start off with the trailer. Let's go. Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger. Okay. Interesting. Oh, who is this? Huh. Okay. Okay. It is still 3 rangers all the way. We haven't saw like the orange ranger or the black ranger making an appearance, but in the trailer preview, whatever you want to call it, it looks like our pink ranger is gonna be in charge of a delivery job itself. In the previous episode, like in episode 2, I actually talk about how their main focus of the story is not actually on the delivery stuff, but it is actually on the boom boom stuff. So right now in episode 3, it almost seems like they are trying to switch things around to make them focus more on the delivery side itself. If they manage to find a balance between becoming a delivery man and becoming a Sentai, I think that's gonna be so good. The story is gonna just propel themselves up into the next level, just like how, like I mentioned in the previous episode on Kamen Rider W itself. So I really want them to find a balance here, but at the same time, this is not a bad show. I'm not saying that Boonboomger is a bad show. It is a very fun show right now, and you're not expecting it to be deep, serious. You're not expecting it to be kind of like philosophical and all those stuff. You're just, when you watch Boonboomger, you're just turning it on, expecting to have a good time. And so far, based on the trailer and based on the previous 2 episodes, I believe we are gonna have a great time. Okay, so with that being said, let us take a look at the trailer scene by scene to figure out what we can possibly learn. Okay, so we start out the trailer with some cool poses of the rangers, and then we get to see our first look of the pink ranger in a yellow uniform itself. Like, she's wearing a yellow sweater. So this is really interesting because she is so far the only female rangers on the team itself, and even adding in the orange and the black, she is still gonna be the only female ranger on the team. So I'm really wondering, do they actually have plan to add on more female riders, female rangers further down the line? Are we gonna see like a yellow or maybe another color? What color is good for a female rangers? Any color will do. Okay, just like, are they gonna add a new female ranger? That is the biggest question here. I think definitely a possibility is there that we might actually get to see a new female ranger further down the line, but not so soon. Okay, because right now the pink ranger is the access point to the story, to the lore for us audience. So if they suddenly introduce another new female ranger, things are gonna go like, hey, so which one are we gonna focus on? Which one is the newbie we are supposed to learn the war from who? Like, we're gonna be very confused. So having her to be the center of attention right now is really good idea. So I hope they figure out a clever way to introduce a new female rangers. Maybe it can be an experienced ranger, just like going out on a mission. She just came back, maybe not, we are not sure, but this is really fun. Okay, so I think moving on, what we can see from the episode is that she's gonna be wearing a kind of like a chef uniform, kind of like pastry chef, I think. So we are not sure what she's doing, but she is like having kind of like a very sinister smile. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do this thing, something like that. And then we get to see Ishiro and Taya like bowing their head to one another. And I think this is the first look we saw for this week monster of the week. Is gonna be covert. So we are not sure, is this guy or this the monster is gonna have some sort of like time manipulation power. If that is the case, things are gonna get really interesting. But at the same time, we also get to see our Pink Ranger is having a struggle of her life trying to deliver stuff, and next we get to see more of Boom Boom, and then more of Pink Ranger riding the bike through the fire, something like that. So really fun stuff. Next, we get to see, as always, the appearance of the police way his bike is being cut into half. Okay, so that is pretty interesting. But yeah, next we get to see the villain, and then get a closer look on the clock monster. So apparently all of their monsters actually have kind of like a fiery eye, something like that. So I think that is gonna be the signature of the monster, which is pretty interesting. It almost seems like they are like burning from inside, something like that. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just stupid. But we get to see the Three Stooges doing Three Stooges stuff. Hopefully they're gonna do something of a kind of like a Team Rocket speech every time they appear. Prepare for trouble and make it double kind of stuff. I think that's gonna be really fun and really interesting. Next we get to see this new character, a very serious, no bullshit type of girl. So we're not sure how things, what is going on and how things are gonna go with this girl. Is she gonna be a reoccurring character? If that is the case, I would like to know her name so that I can call her properly. But okay. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna be the kind of like the senpai of the police officer, and maybe they are gonna organize. They might actually kind of like the police department is gonna start out their own department of like crime fighting, like against the Hashirien, because right now so far the one that is dealing with the alien is the Boonboomger itself, and they are definitely not they are not backed by the government. They are not backed by the police. So right now we might actually see that the police is actually trying to step in and create their own ranger squadron, something like that. And that is why we actually have a different look of the henshin item itself, because we already know that the orange and the black ranger are using a different form of henshin equipment. The Boonboom change is different from the one we saw that the red, blue, and pink uses. Okay, so this is a possibility because we know for a fact that they in the Super Sentai story, this is not the first time we actually get to see this happening. We actually get to see this happening before in the Time Force, and where the human try to create their own suit and all those stuff. Okay, and we saw this quite a lot in Kamen Rider, where there's an ancient technology and now the human is trying to replicate it, something like that. So there's definitely a possibility here. So very fun stuff. Next we get to see some mecha action. I think this is the first time that we actually get to see Boonboom using kind of like a sword thing. But next we ended up with the trailer. I don't think this is the end of the trailer, but we get to see the Pink Ranger doing a thumbs up, which is really fantastic. She's like very proud of herself. I did this, something like that. Okay, so really fun stuff. Next we get to see some CG thing, and I think this is kind of like a remodeling of the car itself. I don't think this is like her. This is not how her car used to look like. I think this is a remodeling. So yeah. Next we get to see the orange guy, the lollipop guy is helping her. And next we get to see some henshin scene. And then I think that's pretty much it from today's episode. Yeah, I think that's it. So really fun stuff we get to see from the trailer. It is definitely gonna be way more interesting moving down the line, but right now so far they're just having fun every single week until a serious threat actually came. Okay, so far no serious threat yet. It's still all fun and games until, like I said, a serious threat come. What do you want me to say? So that is all from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.